Alright, so what is good, guys? This is going to be the first part of the Day Trading to Unemployment series. This is the first day that we're doing this, and this is what the chart is looking like pre-market. Right now, it is about 9:28, and for me, I'm having a complete bearish bias. Well, no bias really. It's just I'm starting to lean more bearish due to the reason that we are holding this 4-hour gap right over here that we formed. Let me mark it out. Held this 4-hour gap. We held it, reacted lower. Now we are holding another 4-hour bullish gap right here, but we also did end up holding this one, this hourly gap, and we're starting to move lower. So pretty much simple condition for me is, are we going to hold this gap or are we going to hold this gap? And that's how I am setting my bias. And if I end up taking a trade, I will let you guys know, but it is also a no news Monday, so not much to expect from today, but I am hoping to trade because I have 8 sets of evals I am looking to get past this week, and I've been stuck on these accounts for about over a week now, so really just want to get them past and, start trading actual accounts. So yeah, I'll let you guys know. So I am back from the gym now. I ended up taking 2 break-evens today, and they were 2 of the cleanest fucking trades I have seen. We had great volume in the markets today. I was honestly not going to trade, but after seeing the amount of volume we had from this flip, we flipped 160 points in the span of about 5 minutes. I ended up taking this first trade right here, which was the most unfortunate break-even of my life. I entered on this 5-minute close right here. My break-even point was this internal sweep right over here. Let me just mark it out for you. Break even right over here. I only needed about 1.5 R2 past my account, so somewhere my target was, my TP was right here. Ended up getting edged. Bam, break even by 1 tick, and it ran. So whatever. Second trade was the exact same idea. Literally the exact same type of 5-minute retrace trade. Stops were at this 5-minute candle body here. I did end up risking a little heavier on this trade because I was a little frustrated about that first trade, and I was like, okay, I don't want to get fucking break even for a second time in a row on a stupid ass trade. So entry right over here. My break even was, I believe it was Asia highs, right? It was Asia highs was my break even, and we did also have targets higher. I think it was like a 4-hour high I marked out. Yeah, it was a 4-hour high. So I took this trade right here, and I ended up getting break even on this again. And it is truly unfortunate that I did get break even twice in one day, but there's not much I can do honestly about it. I did end up locking out all my accounts after that because I do not want to do some stupid shit. Imagine I post a video saying I blew all my accounts after I caught 2 break evens, right? I look like a fucking idiot doing that. And what else can I say? Short form content is uploaded for the day on both of my accounts. Both of my accounts I have posted short form, so I'm pretty much done for the day with content. And trading wise, I'm not going to post any long form YouTube videos because I did not take a win or a loss. I don't really feel like posting how I got break even twice trade recap because there's not much to it. But yeah, pretty simple start to Monday. Alright guys, so it is now Tuesday. We have 3 minutes till market open, and this is what I am going to be looking for going into the markets. So I am extremely bullish due to the fact that we did end up tapping into this weekly gap, and we also do have a huge SMT on the daily time frame where you see NQ did not sweep out this high right over here, but ES did end up taking out the high right here. Now, I don't use SMTs at all, but this is just a good idea that the fact is I'm not going to be looking for shorts to this target here. Since ES took it out, there's no absolute reason for NQ to take it unless we are proven wrong and we start fucking absolutely dumping. But again, dude, for us to dump 1,000 points, that's not happening. Anyways, my targets are honestly a little fried for the day though, because we have previous day highs above, but they are extremely close. They're like 125 points away, I believe. Yeah, exactly 125. And our next target is 700 points away, and we have a massive 4-hour gap to go through. So I don't know if I am going to be trading, but I really do hope that I am going to be trading because I want to get these accounts past And you know what? I'm honestly a little happy. I'm not even like frustrated anymore about taking those 2 break evens because I realize my copy trader was wrong. These were all set to 1-time copy ratio, but 3 of these accounts are 100Ks. So I ideally want to be copying them over at a 2-time rate, which wasn't happening, meaning I would have been under risking on my 100K. So kind of thankful I didn't hit those trades, because if I hit those trades, it would have been extremely hard to pass the accounts going forward. But yeah, I'll let you guys know what happens next. All right, so we're about 10 minutes into trading, and I did not realize that the hourly looks so bad. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God, dude. I was just on the higher time frames. Like the 4 hours, it looks okay. The daily, obviously we're still trending higher, but there's huge daily chop. Like this is all straight chop, but it's still tradable. But the hourly, oh my God. And then when I scaled down even more, I mean, this is literally just like textbook range. So I don't think we are trading today. All right, so it is now way later in the day. I did not post about this. I was honestly pretty frustrated, but I did end up taking another break even on the day. And my idea here was that we were just playing a 5-minute continuation higher. Since price did end up retracing into this massive 15-minute gap, we started to get the flip out, as you see right over here. And after that retrace, I entered right here. Break even was pretty much 0.5 R from my entry halfway point. And I was just targeting around 1.5 R on the trade, because that's all I needed to get my accounts passed. And what do you see? We got break even right by a tick once again. I got tagged break even here and it ran again. I was trying to look for an add in somewhere here, but I just thought, you know what, if I get break even, I'm just off for the day, I'm done. 2 break evens, there's no way I'm going to be managing another break even on the day. If I do take another trade, it would have most likely been me crashing out. So yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm 3 for 3. Sorry, 4 for 4 on the week on break evens, and there's nothing I can really do about it except just move on. I'm not going to think about it anymore, because if I think about it anymore, I'm just going to keep getting pissed off about it. But that's the name of the game. That's how trading goes. That's how I like to trade my evals. I like to go break even as quick as possible, mitigate risk when we sweep out internal highs. And if I do get break even more often than not, then that's completely fine, because I don't like to run through sets of evals or just take unnecessary losses. On my funded account, I will trade a little more freely, or with common sense, however you want to say it, where I do like to go break even when I like to see how price is moving. That means if we sweep my break even point, I'm going to watch how the candles react. If we immediately run through it, I'm going break even. If not, I'm just going to, just watch it. It's just more discretion is what I mean. I'm trading more discretionally on my fundeds, but it is what it is. We'll go on to tomorrow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so it is now Wednesday, market open. I ended up trying to trade earlier this morning. I tried gambling my evals on NFP. You guys know it has a really high win rate if you have a pretty big stop. And I ended up only getting I got break even, and it only copied on one account. So it is pretty unfortunate. But going into today, I am extremely bullish. We're holding 4-hour gaps, reacting higher. ES is doing the same thing. ES is almost at all-time high, so it is the leading index. I'll show you guys right over here. One account. It's because I had these ratios, so it wasn't working, but I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, so it is now Thursday. I wasn't able to record yesterday because my SD card was broken, but we ended up getting break even on one trade, and it was a really nice trade. It was I was honestly so frustrated that that trade did not play out, but I did take a second trade to pretty much pass all of my accounts. But I needed like $100 more on the accounts because my copy trader wasn't working. One of the accounts got passed, 4 of them did not. So I just went for a quick $100 a day, and I'll show you all the trades I took. Whoa. Okay, so this was the first trade I took yesterday where I got break even, where pretty much we had a 4-hour low, and it was a simple continuation lower. So we tapped into a 1-minute gap, held it, and reacted out break even. We swept my break even point, tapped me out for break even by 1 tick, and ran to my take profit. I cannot explain to you guys how fucking pissed I was at this. I had to honestly just put my phone down for a few minutes, walk it off, and just, you know, cool off, because I was honestly so pissed. That was my 6th break even in a row. I went 6 for 6 break evens, and 5 out of 6 of those break evens went to my take profit. So I was right 5 out of 6 times on my drawn liquidity, but my entry was just not correct. And let me just find you guys the second one.
These are all screenshots because I don't want to honestly dig through TradingView for these, but second trade was same thing, just a continuation. We had an unfilled 15-minute above. We retraced into a 5-minute gap with a nice 1-minute reaction. You can see how big that 1-minute candle is. And this is what I like to play, guys. This is the type of trades I like to take where we have a gap tap, something holding price. I see a clear rejection, and obviously this massive candle invalidates this entire move right here. This one candle tells me that price is going to go up. So break even was at the internal high. Quick 1.5-ish hour trade to pretty much pass all the accounts. And now let me pull up what I took today. Today, same thing, was just a super simple trade. There was honestly not a lot of thought behind it other than just I'm trying to pass these accounts. Low risk on the trade. Here, let me pull it up for you. I literally only needed 10 points, and it's so funny because it was pretty much right on the dot where price ended up reversing on me. But what do you guys see with this trade? It's the exact same idea, exact same trade where it's just a retrace into a gap, reaction out, and I literally needed 10 points. So I think I risked 10 points to make 10 points. So it was a 50-50 flip. Simple trade. Pass my accounts, boom, easy. Can't complain. Now I just need to pass my alpha futures accounts, but here's a confirmation that I did pass all the accounts. I'm not trying to bullshit you guys. This one got passed yesterday, and the 4 rest of them got passed this morning around at 9 a.m. So yeah, it was honestly extremely frustrating getting break even back to back, but I did end up holding myself accountable, holding my composure. I didn't do anything stupid, and we got those accounts passed, so that's really nice. It was almost a week and a half I had those accounts. For evals, it's fucking crazy because I like to get them passed quick. That's the longest I've been on an eval since ever, I think. I've never had an eval that long, but we'll see what tomorrow gives. Tomorrow is CPI, so I am gambling my accounts, trying to get them all passed. If it doesn't work, not a big deal. I'll just do something else about it. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow.
Forgot to record, but I slept through CPI and did not gamble.
Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. So I ended up taking unfortunate loss today. Well, not unfortunate, it was just a really stupid trade I ended up taking because I was just trying to pass these evals as quick as possible, and I wasn't thinking straight. I wasn't thinking logically, rather just looking at the P&L, looking at the dollar amount, and that's what caused me to take this loss. And I'll show you guys. This was the trade that ended up losing. It was a 1-minute continuation higher where we had a nice V-shaped flip. Probably could have entered somewhere over here. I was looking at entering right on this candle, close right over here, but I did decide to, I hesitated on the trade because we had so much volume. I was honestly a little scared, I guess you could say. That I was like, no way, we're gonna keep pumping. We're probably gonna get a retrace somewhere over here and then get that leg. I was looking to take the second leg up, which never happened. So I took this trade right over here, which was honestly, now looking back, this was a really bad trade where we ended up taking out Asia highs. We swept Asia highs, rejected them super strongly. I think this was like 100 points that we rejected off of. Yeah, so like 150-ish points that we rejected after sweeping out Asia highs. And I entered on this 1-minute, again, continuation higher because I thought that this 1-minute candle here invalidated the entire rejection, which it did not, because I always tell myself, I always say on my post too, that I do not like to trade after we sweep out a draw and reject hard, but I did end up taking this, which did end up getting stopped out almost, yeah, straight immediately, like literally one candle, boom, gone. And then the other issue was that this was in a range. You can see the 5-minute was ranging super hard, where we were just literally stuck in this 130 point range, which I was ignorant to, so ended up taking that loss. I did journal it all down, so I know exactly what I did wrong, what I'm going to focus on for the next week. But yeah, we did end up at least getting our 5 My Fund Futures evals passed. So those are going to be getting traded on next week. I decided wasn't going to trade them today because I want to, start the week fresh. Next Monday, go into it with fresh sets. And for these accounts, I'm going to try and see what I can do next week for them. Probably just copy trade them with the fundeds on a higher ratio. See if I can get them passed, but yeah.
All right, so it is now the end of the week. It is about maybe 5 hours since I got off the charts. And what is the big lesson I learned this week? The biggest lesson is that patience pays. And obviously I was stuck on these evals for about 2 weeks on my Fund Future set. And the biggest thing I learned and I practiced was being patient. I got break even 6 times in a row. And most of those trades, 5 out of 6 of those trades would have ran to my TP if I just held my trade and did not go break even when I'm supposed to. But you know that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is for me to follow my rules and just practice my patience. The most important lesson I probably learned was just being aware of the markets and staying fully aware all the times when I'm trading. What I've noticed looking through my journal after I took that loss today was every single time I do take a loss, it is because I'm not aware. And what I mean by that is every single time I've taken a loss, and what I've noticed is my past 2 losses have been both on Fridays. And both those losses were because I wasn't aware, because I was zoned out. And then I was, doing some shit on my phone, doing something. This time around, I was setting up my editing software. And I'll look up and I'll be like, oh, wow, this looks pretty good. This is a pretty nice setup. But I completely have no context behind the trade I'm taking or any context behind why I even want to trade. Both of my losses have been just pattern trades of me, being zoned out, looking up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take this. And what happens? I get ran through my stop each time. So what I need to do going forward is just to be fully zoned in, fully aware of every single time I'm ready to trade. And if I'm taking a trade, I need to now need to ask myself, do I have context behind the trade? Do I know what the higher time frame looks like? Does the trade make sense? And most times when I do trade, I have context behind it. Like we're not ranging, we are displacing, and we have draws to target. This time around, we had none of that. We were stuck in a range, and I was just completely ignorant to the fact that we were in a range, and all I cared about was just passing those evals. So I still have my evals to trade next week. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'll probably take another trade start of the week. I really just want to start trading my funded accounts again because it has been almost 2.5 weeks since I have been trading on a funded account. So we'll see, but I really do appreciate anybody that did stay till the end. And if you do guys want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, it is Nqmax on Instagram and Nqmax on TikTok. And if you have any questions, I do have my Discord down linked below, and my DMs are always open on my TikTok and Instagram. So see you guys. Bye.